you could just say, what was it, current page, add slick slider. Let me add a sexy, I don't know why, but I was like, create a sexy color scheme, and now all of a sudden it tries to make everything sexy. And essentially it is a vibe code plugin for Webflow, and you can choose different models. And this was my first experience with Kimi K2, and I've got to say I was pretty impressed.
So what does it do when it write code? So you open the app inside of Webflow, and then you ask it to make a component, right? Right there. Does it also create the HTML inside of Webflow?
From my understanding, it's basically an AI agent that interacts with the Webflow MCP.
Ah, okay. So can you tell it to create a slick slider?
So you can see here, I'll create this beautiful website with Miyagi.
Amazing. Award-winning.
There you go. There you go. Look at that. And obviously it looked a bit better. It wasn't much better, to be honest. I was just playing around with what it can actually do. And one thing it couldn't do here, if I bring up Miyagi launch. So you can do two things. Oh, come on. Well, as with most things, when you try and do a live demo, it's not friggin' working, but I have a feeling it's more my end than Miyagi's end, to be honest. There's a design mode, which you can create elements, you can, change styles, things like this. This is you choosing the context, and you can say just the element with styles, or include the element and its children, and then whatever you type is exactly what it could do. So what I found really interesting is that you can ask it to create GSAP animations, and it will create like a GSAP animation, which, by the way, you do need to copy and paste into the code. So it's seemingly not interacting with the Webflow interactions panel. It's literally just giving you a coded animation to do, which is, it's all right. You can choose between Kimi K2, which was really fast actually.
Okay.
I didn't try 2.5 Pro, and 2.5 Flash. I didn't try those, but those are the models that you can choose. You can see it's got Kimi K2 just in the screenshot here. You can do anything that it basically leverages the Webflow API. So whatever you can do in the Webflow API, you can do through Miyagi. And that's why I mean it's just a wrapper around the MCP to then interact with the Webflow API. So really cool. Change the style. I managed to, on my website here, even though it looks like complete, chaos, this was me adding variables. I told it to choose a color palette and add them as variables and this and that. That's why I was just really messing around with it. I told it to make an animation for this intro thing, but I haven't got GSAP installed, so that's why it looks like it does. Presumably, if you've got interactions installed, it would just work. But and it's got this quite nice thing as well, which I found they've got a nice prompt library. So this might even give you a bit of an insight about what it can do. So they've got here add alt text to all images. So this can't work with Kimi K2 because it doesn't have image recognition, but with Gemini, you can do image recognition, which is really cool. Organize all of your media, fix insecure links, which is really cool. And they've got this weird, I do this sometimes, actually. I wrap my things in HTML elements like this, but yeah, export all the classes, find and replace HTML attributes. Really cool. So it's got direct access to the HTML code. So when you say, can it do like a slick slider? I have no doubt it can do a slick slider, and it will work through, what the HTML that it needs, and then gives you the code. And in fact, I tried to do an unlimited thing for this. It didn't work, but it gave me the CSS that I needed to copy into the page. The other thing is that I think it's got a little secret weapon here, which is basically, I can't really show it. Let's try logging in again. It's basically got Slater built in.
Oh.
And this is what they call code mode. So it's got two modes. It's got design mode and it's got code mode. And in code mode, you can vibe code, or you can just create files, JavaScript files, CSS files, And then through the options, you can choose which pages those JavaScript files and CSS files actually load on, whether they load on all pages or specific files or specific pages. So it's really cool how you get basically Slater built into Miyagi. Really, really cool, actually.
Do you have to log in via Slater, or do you have to like
No, no,
pay
no,
for
no. What I
both?
mean is it's
Like
Slater
Slater.
functionality.
So it's not like actually.
No,
I see. I see.
yeah. So it starts at $49, so it's not cheap. But like I say again, you get Slater. Really, really
No,
fast, really effective. I was really impressed with actually how well it was, well it how well it worked. And I've spoken to Bradford, and he's kind enough to just share this code for our listeners. If you basically sign up for the app just like normal, you'll get a little banner notification to say we're giving away tokens. And if you put launch party, all caps hyphenated, you get 300 credits or 500 credits here for free. So you get to try it out. So it's quite a nice
that's
little
cool.
gift he's
Yeah.
given us here. But
By the way,
really cool.
the pricing starts at 0. Like you can just have it for 30 credits. For 30 credits, I believe, per month, or $19 for 150 credits,
Yeah. So there we go.
and then it goes up from there. Yeah.
So this is the plan you get for free if you use the code launch
Exactly.
party. I haven't tried some serious like design prompts yet. I haven't had I would have done it on the call, but like I say, it's struggling to connect. It might just be because I'm using a Firefox browser. That's probably it, to be honest. And maybe I can quickly, because I do
It's
have it.
super early as well. What I don't understand is like design versus coding agent. So if I want to do a slider, I need to click coding agent, right?
If you just look at my screen right now,
Yeah.
so you've got the design agent,
Yes.
and you've got CMS agent, which is coming
Coming
soon.
soon. Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to be able to interact directly with the CMS. Design agent is, as you'd expect, you're interacting with the canvas itself, right? You select this, and then you can add the context. You can either, apply it to the current page. You choose a page and to vibe out a section from this, from a different page or whatever. Selected elements. And then if, say, you've got an empty div, or you could just say, what is it, current page, add a slick slider to the page and see what it does. It's pretty quick, look. Let me add a sexy slick. I don't know why, but I was like, create a sexy color scheme, and now all of a sudden it tries to make everything sexy. Failed to create elements from canvas. It seems like there's something going on there, but it's still chugging through. Look, but it's, and it might give me some JavaScript, or it might give me some script to add to the actual page. But there you go. Look, but it's quite nice. Who do you think this is for? Who do you think would benefit from this?
It's hard to say like beginners, because
I mean, sometimes it is really nice just to like apply a bunch of styles with a prompt. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean beginners. Like, just say just put the border radius and background and blah blah blah, and it'll just do it.
that's actually nice. So for like big design systems, I'm not
Yeah.
sure if it can, for example, add a component to all pages, because this is something that Webflow should really have by default, but they don't. But with an app, you theoretically could do it. So that is, imagine you have a website with 100 or 150 pages, and then the client asks you to add a new CTA, and then you have to go to every single page manually and paste that component.
Yeah, imagine that. That'd be mental. Or you haven't created a component. You could say find all instances of this button, replace it with this button,
Exactly.
and make that into a component or something like that. Something like that. But like it is. Prompting is a nice interface. The other thing I wanted to show you real quick then is just how the coding agent works. Now, this again is the replacement for Slater.
But does it like publish the code to like their environment and then load it from there?
I believe so. So here we go. Here's some CSS, some JavaScript. you have to copy and paste like a line of, here we go. So it's this here. So if we look here, okay, files, get my Miyagi. So yeah, they're storing the files on their server and they're alternating between staging. They're doing the automatic alternation between staging and production. Or you can,
I
have
see.
that control yourself.
So yeah, I see. What
But
I
this is really
don't
nice.
love is that I have to do this script connection manually. Why can't the app do this for me?
Yeah, because it can't add code in yet. I don't know whether that's a limitation of Webflow.
Pretty sure you can.
It might be to do with it adding it to the head and body, the site settings. It might be able to add it on a page, or it might be able to add it as an embed element on a page or something like that, but it can't do it normally in the head. But maybe that will change. Maybe it won't change. But yeah, overall, pretty impressed. Pretty cool. Really clean. Like they've done very well in the launch.
It does look really good, and I really hope this like gets better because I want to actually use this. I want to do like broad design changes, and the CMS one also is nice. Like let's say you tell it to go to a bunch of CMS items and update something. That would be really nice.
This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Command AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.